Oh, well, here we go, guys. Hello, everybody! And welcome back to another episode of podcast Desu. So, with me this week, I have I have Loon Desu, the man. I got Aldo Desu, the myth, and Paul Desu, the legend. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me on episode 5. Thank you
for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been a long time. I've had so many people asking me for episode 5 recently. Like, when's the next episode? When's the next episode? And literally 2 weeks ago, there was nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing to talk about. And then literally in the space of 3 days, we're just like news, not news, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So first things first. The one thing I do want to say to everybody who's wanting to chat, I want to say a big thank you for everybody joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube as well, thank you for joining me, and also smash a like as well. I appreciate it. The first thing I do want to go into is Amuse released a statement the other week, just defending obviously their artists, the privacy of their personal lives, things like that. So the one thing I do want to say that on this podcast, we will not be speculating about the private lives of the girls. Well, obviously we will respect that. Doesn't mean obviously we won't be chatting about the band and everything else. We will at least try to. We will at least try to. So obviously I just want to put that out there that obviously we will try to stay within those parameters. Just for this, obviously I don't need Amuse coming down on me like a ton of bricks for saying something in this podcast. So we will obviously try to be respectful in that sense. Everything else though is off the table. So that's what we're going to kick off with today. So what's everybody's initial thoughts? Obviously with that statement, I know Loon's already like, well, we will. So go on. Very vocal already off the bat. So what's your thoughts on that, man? What's your thought? What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know what artist it is that they're referring to. Is it Babymetal? Is it Sakura Gakuin? Is it Aldo knows? Go on.
Go on. If the man with the more information is Aldo, then please, man.
It's Ayaka. Her ex-boyfriend committed suicide.
Oh,
and Ayaka got a lot of hate on Twitter and her Instagram and all that kind of shit, and of course it affected her, and I guess she went to Amuse management and asked them to put this out for her. So that's what this is about.
That's unfortunate. What I will say though is we always say about obviously not hearing enough information from Amuse and their artists, but in this situation,
they don't really put out a news on anything really. I mean, everybody complains about, well, they don't tell us anything about Babymetal. Well, honestly, they don't tell us much about anything.
Yeah,
about any other artists either.
I feel like they handle it really
part of like a.
Sorry, go on, Paul.
Go on, Paul.
Yeah, it was part of like a social media campaign by fans of Ayaka to kind of give her support, because there had been in Japanese media, like not just Amuse, but there had been a professional wrestler, and there had been another an idol who had sadly taken their own lives due to I guess online bullying and other abuse. So it had just been highlighted, and people had heard about this wrestler girl. I'm not sure her name, Kimura, Hana Kimura, and then there was other idols that it happened to. There was just a heightened sense of I guess fear that Ayaka, as a beloved member of the SG universe, might but might do the unthinkable. So I think we had a little bit of fear of that. So they got together on Instagram and Facebook to like send her messages of support and to be positive. So so fans got behind her, and hopefully that helped in some way.
Yeah, no, that's massive. I feel like Amuse handled that very, very professionally as well. I like the fact that they didn't. Obviously, I have not looked too much into it, obviously with the privacy of what's been going on. But I like the fact that they've come out and they've not highlighted it as well. They've defended all their artists, and they've come out very publicly and say
that's the thing. They included all their artists, not just, they didn't focus on her or anything.
On her, yeah.
They still kept their privacy.
They still kept it private. They still kept it very professional.
I liked the statement.
I liked what they did. Props off to Amuse for that. very, very much.
Back
So
to what you said, Neon, on that. Sorry, you were saying like it was kind of vague as to who they were referring to,
Who
and
they were
some people
talking
kind of
to.
speculated that they might be talking about, might be talking about Babymetal or might be talking about the Yui situation, but I don't think it was anything to do with that. It was, as Aldo said, more in reference to Ayaka, but also like a general statement, like to fans, like lay off our artists. Don't be.
Yeah, I think I think it was definitely
online and stuff.
it was definitely a warning shot. I think to everybody, not just what's happened with that situation. I think it very much came across as this is not just one artist; it's all our artists. You do something that we're not comfortable with, we'll come after you, basically. So no, props off to Amuse for that. I think they handled that in a thoroughly professional and very, very good, just straight away nip it in the bud way. But I'm going to move on to now praising Amuse to destroying Amuse, because the one main reason why. Yeah, the one main reason why this podcast is obviously on, or one of the things I wanted to talk about, is obviously we had the breaking news the other week that Sakura Gakuin will be no more. We've got 1 year left. Is it September or November of 2021? I believe it finishes.
Yeah.
August,
I think. Yeah, August.
End of August. Yeah.
August. Sorry.
August. Yeah.
So we
last graduation.
got the last graduation. So before we go, obviously we're going to speculate about what they could do for that. What's everybody's thoughts on that? So Loon, do you want to go first?
Absolutely gutted. Really am. I didn't get into Sakura Gakuin immediately. It took me a fair while to really delve into it and get into it, but I've become obsessed with it. More so than Babymetal. I don't even have Babymetal on my phone, but I've got all the Sakura Gakuin on my phone to listen to.
Cool.
And just as it seems that, here we go, I'm just getting into it, that's it, they pull the plug. Absolutely devastated.
I'm very much
the
the same.
The thing I liked about Sakura Gakuin is that every year was different. Every year was a new set of girls.
Yeah.
So you get new personalities. It's like a different group altogether. So every year was like a new group.
Yeah, I've actually kind of fallen in love with it. Like kind of fell out of love with it, and I'm kind of like the new batch of girls. I'm like really starting to like fall in love with again. I think the new batch are like really talented. So I've gone from obviously liking Sakura Gakuin because of Yui Moa and Sue. Then as soon as obviously they've branched out to Babymetal, kind of interest kind of waned a little bit, and then obviously I've been watching some of the newer stuff, some of the new music, and I'm thinking to myself, this is actually really, really good. I could get back into this, and then boom.
I'm kind of on the same page as you, Neon. Like I was big into SG like during the Babymetal years, and I kind of went away from it for a while. But then what kind of sparked to get back into it was Momoko and Kano's entry into Babymetal again. So that kind of got me back into it a bit. So it's sad that it's coming to an end. I'd always appreciate SG for being the group that brought Babymetal together. You can't talk about the history of Babymetal without talking about SG. It's very important to Babymetal. So, and even more so now since Kano and Momoko have become a part of Babymetal. So it goes together for me. SG and Babymetal will always be connected. And for that reason, SG will always be close to the heart.
So
it's ending, but.
Does anybody know what's going to happen with SG then? I've heard rumours that obviously it will be broken into, again, subunits. And then possibly they might do the Babymetal route where they might create different bands, I've heard. Again, this is only what I've heard.
Well, rumours. None of it's. Yeah, that's all people have right now are rumors. There's nothing official. Amuse hasn't put out anything. Sakura Gakuin hasn't put out anything. They haven't talked about it on their show, on the web show.
Well,
so it's all speculation.
They said in the announcement though, didn't they, that they were going to focus on like individual training instead of training as a group.
I didn't see that.
Maybe something they have something planned new for this coming year, since it's the last year. They might have something spectacular planned for us, and each individual girl's going to get a focus. I don't know. We never know.
Oh, this is what I was kind of breaking into as well. Obviously, with sorry, Paul, go on, mate.
Oh no, sorry. I think like 1.5 is like the future of SG in a way. Like it's kind of their last hurrah, their last group that they put together. Kano, obviously, Babymetal Avenger, Soyo, Gumi, and Momo formed a group called 1.5. It's the first group that's come out of SG since Babymetal, and they're like just starting out and they're on the rise now. So I think maybe some of the resources that are going away from SG now that it's finishing up might go into 1.5, and that might be the focus going forward. Maybe, but again, that's just a theory, you know.
Maybe they've looked at that. Maybe 1.5, or maybe the success of Babymetal. Maybe the little success 1.5 is having at the minute. Maybe Amuse has looked at that and go, well, if we keep pumping out these bands are obviously getting more of a following, probably a lot more money poured into them, and probably a lot more money made out of them as well. With these sub bands going out and being more popular than maybe the whole Sakura Gakuin thing built together. I mean, that was the sort of impression I was getting. That they turned around and obviously said it's not profitable anymore. They were losing money on Sakura Gakuin, which is something I feel like Amuse kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit there, because I still feel like Sakura Gakuin could have been a very, very successful thing. And I
put any effort into.
That's what I feel like.
To be fair,
but they were a different type of idol group. They didn't put out like tons of music, you know, throughout the year. They released one album per year at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the school year, you know. So it's not like they put out a lot of material. You know,
put out more than Babymetal.
Ooh, shots fired.
not if you look at it as like merch. Babymetal outsells them, but in merch, I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah, no, definitely,
no doubt.
Well, even then, I feel like it's not easy to go out the way to get Babymetal merch half the time, especially with some of the prices, obviously import and stuff like that. And so I imagine Sakura Gakuin being more of a Japan-focused thing is a lot harder to get hold of some stuff, and probably for a lot more money.
They didn't have like all the other idol groups out there. They didn't have regular shows. You know, they didn't have a weekly show where they would perform. You know, they had like the transfer-in show. They had the festival show, the Valentine show, and then Road to Graduation. You know, and you know they didn't have like all these other idol groups. They have show after show after show. You know, they have concerts. Sakura Gakuin didn't have a lot of concerts. They had specific shows they would have throughout the year. You know, so they wouldn't really bring in that much money, I don't think. And then this pandemic.
Speaking of merchandise, I have the. Oh God.
No, I was just gonna say that the pandemic it kind of like put a damper on everything.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not making the money now. They had to cancel the whole Road to Graduation show, and I mean not cancel it, but I guarantee you they didn't make the money they would have if they would have had the show live with the live audience.
Yeah.
He's gone.
He's gone. He'll be back. There we go. He's back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they would have made out of that live stream. I think they probably did all right.
They did all right, but you know, like at the shows when I've been to the Sakura Gakuin graduations, they sell merch left and right for like the first week, for the whole week. You know, you have the standing live, and then you have the graduation show.
Well, how much merch do you think
within the same week? And they go through merch like crazy in that 1 week. You know.
Yeah, how much merch do you reckon they'll sell for the very last show? I mean, this is going to be the last chance anybody's going to get to get something.
People are going to try to go. Everybody that's never gone before, they're going to try to go this time. At least for the last show.
With the last graduation, obviously, there's been a lot of rumors about some of the old girls coming back, the possibility of Babymetal coming back to do it, Ayami, people like that obviously coming back, and like I don't know if like I said, if this is just what people are wanting for this last show, or
that's
whether
what
or not
people are wanting.
If there's any foundation. But just imagine, just imagine that for a second. Just imagine that last show with every girl that's ever been in Sakura Gakuin.
Yui's gonna come on stage with her 2 twin kids. And,
Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, Amuse. I'm just gonna end the podcast here. God damn it!
She's gonna start a whole new Sakura Gakuin with her twins, the first 2 members.
Imagine, Jesus Christ! Imagine that. If there's any person I think that probably won't turn up if there was something like that, would be Yui. I feel like she's been out the spotlight now for so long.
Oh no, she loved Sakura Gakuin so much. I think she'd be one of the first back.
She'll be there.
Do you reckon?
I don't see Sue and Moa going back, but I definitely see Yui going back.
Can't have just Yui without Sue and I mean, Sue was president, for God's sake. She's got to be there. You know, that's not a. If girls do go back, if obviously this is all speculation now. If it is one of those things where the obviously former girls do go back and maybe say something on stage or have a momentum or maybe even help graduate the girls that are for their last graduation, which I think would be amazing. Imagine, like I said, Ayami or something going up and doing a speech for those girls. I think that would be the best way to end it.
Yeah, that would be good to have the first president go up and do the. Is it Soji or Toji to do first? To have her go up and do it, that would be great.
That would be fantastic. I mean, in my mind, there's such a potential to end that on such a massive high and give the fans everything they want. But obviously, in my heart, I feel like it's just going to be a box standard graduation, and then it's just going to get brushed under the carpet. Which I hope they don't do. I hope they go all out for this. Just one show for the fans. Get all the girls back, man. There's such potential there. It would be a hell of a night.
I want if the girls are coming back, I want Yui and Moa and Hannah to resurrect Mini Patty. Just for one song or like a medley.
That's it though. You've got the potential to do that with the girls. Imagine having Mini Patty, the current Mini Patty versus the old Mini Patty in a song or something like that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I
love the old Mini Patty too. I mean, I love Nene and Marina and I just love them. I love the old version.
Now you could get all you could, 3 or 4 versions.
Yeah, all 3 or 4
together.
Them all together to do a song. Just imagine that would be absolutely phenomenal. The ending to that would be. I think it would be the send off it would deserve. But obviously, like I said, you never know kind of what's going on with Amuse and what they're going to do, really. They might try to play it down, obviously, for the privacy, again, of these girls and just make it a normal night, which, like I said, I hope they don't do. I hope they really kind of go out there for this last show. But yeah, no, I'm incredibly heartbroken because, like I said, I was just getting back into it again with the new crop of girls, and then boom, it's just come out of nowhere. 2020, man. 2020 is just absolutely awful. We're talking about 2020 and why 2020 is absolutely awful. We've got a podcast here, and let's talk about Babymetal. What's Babymetal been up to recently?
Well,
exactly. Exactly. I thought that's it. That Loon sums it up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you next. We'll see you next week. There's not been a lot of news for Babymetal. It's been very, very quiet. Obviously, there's a lot of things going down for this pandemic, COVID. Obviously, everything's shutting down. Amuse is obviously shutting down. Sakura Gakuin. So you must think that Amuse is probably losing funds left, right, and centre as well. It is a company. It is going to be affected by the pandemic. Merch shows that income's going to be affected. So, you know, probably not going to be able to do things as much as they would. But it's also the common sense of just haven't heard a lot. I mean, I've never seen the Babymetal community voice their displeasure as much as I did when the first thing that we heard from them was the da 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 thing, which was selling merch. And usually when I look at the comments on Twitter and I look at the comments on YouTube and stuff like that, it's so full of love and yay, baby. And there was just something so different about these comments and the way that it was presented. I think a lot of Babymetal fans are very, very sick of buying things, very, very expensive things, with not a lot of info to kind of go off this year.
It wouldn't have been so bad if they wanted to do a merch selling thing, if they'd had Sue and Moa do the merch selling instead of Koba in a skeleton suit.
Come on, and talk to the fans. You know, just say something. You know, even if it's just say buy our merch. At least that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, buy the merch. Here's a video of one of the songs from Legend Metal Galaxy. Play the song. That's all they need to do.
Yeah. It's a real quick promo. I mean, who wants to see some guy in a skeleton suit?
Hey, don't diss Koba like that.
You know that's not Koba. That's just some actor.
I've seen that mustache in person. It was majestic. But yeah. So obviously.
Sorry, I was just going to ask if either Paul or Aldo had bought any of it.
No.
Paul? Oh, we can't hear you, dude. Your mic.
I can't see you. You're not on the screen.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I can see. I can see him, but I can't hear him. Oh, he's gone. Hopefully, when he comes back.
There he goes.
There he goes.
He's back. Hold on.
Kind of back in.
Hello, Paul.
Are you there?
Oops.
Here he goes.
There he is.
Hello.
No.
Actually, I can't hear him for some strange reason. I don't know why. Can anybody
carry on?
Can anybody else hear him, or is that just me? All right. Well, while Paul is sorting out his technical problems, just double check your mic on Discord, mate. It might have disconnected or something. While
I can hear him.
You can hear him. I can't hear him. Why can't I hear him? I can hear you. I can hear Loon. I just can't hear.
I can hear him.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear everybody.
Oh, I can't hear Paul. All right, let me disconnect quickly. I'll be 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. Technical problems. Oh, there we go. I can hear him now. Why is that happening?
Can you hear him now?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I was trying to contribute to the SG conversation, but I guess you guys couldn't hear, so...
Sorry about that, man.
But, no, you're right. It's connections. But I heard Loon's question about the Dada merch. No, I didn't go any for any of that because like shipping fees are really expensive from Japan, and also if you live in the UK or Ireland, you know, Loon knows this. There's a big import tax to pay or import duty. So anytime you buy something from Japan, you really have to think about not just the cost of what you're buying, but also the shipping fees and the tax that's going to be charged on it. It's usually a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
What was your initial feeling about?
Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah.
The thing is, it didn't even really say Babymetal on it. It said BMD, and I mean, I was like, that's not even really Babymetal merch. Mm-hmm. To say Babymetal merch, it's the apron that they use at CD stores like Tower Records and stuff. They all wear the same kind of apron. It's that apron that they wear for selling stuff.
So I mean,
it's kind of pointless.
Again, coming into what Loon and Aldo touched upon as well is like, you know, the girls don't have to do much to sell things to people. I feel like we're all going to buy the stuff. But what I would like to say is, obviously, there's been a genuine lack of interaction with these girls. Like I said to you guys before we started the start of the show, I was originally going to make episode 5 a Bandmaid centric episode just because we hadn't heard anything from Babymetal until the Sakura Gakuin stuff dropped, and the things we've been talking about. But the difference, what really kind of irks me at the minute is we've got so much going for like Bandmaid. I can't praise Bandmaid enough for their interaction with the fans, their live shows, the streams that they've been doing, just everything that they've been doing for that interactivity. So that you've got to think of Bandmaid now, which is probably a more globally band than Bandmaid, and we've heard nothing. I feel like a lot of fans are getting really, really, really frustrated with that.
the thing is, we can't even say it's an amuse thing because 1-5 have released homemade videos and new music, and they did a live stream. Sakura Gakuin released homemade videos and new music and a live stream. It's specifically a Babymetal or a Koba thing. It's for I don't know what they've got against fan interaction and giving the fans what they want, but they've obviously got something against it.
Lore. It's like
it's
like
part of the lore.
This idea that Babymetal needs to maintain a certain level of mystery and secrecy, and it's just a theme of Babymetal, and he feels like going against that would be almost Babymetal losing their identity. So,
but do the fans really give a shit about the lore?
Like Neon was
would you rather have lore, or would you have a new music video or a proper live stream like Bandmate did?
But I don't think the majority of fans are that put out by it. I mean, Neon was saying there, like you've seen on Twitter and maybe on Discord or on other streams that like people are unhappy. But I think that's more a loud minority of people that are unhappy or pissed off with Babymetal. I think the silent majority are
the thing is like for us old fans that have been here, like, from the beginning, this is normal. I mean, this is the way they've always run things. It's always been a mystery. We never knew they were going to go on tour, and then boom, all of a sudden they announce it. We never knew about the special shows in Japan until boom, they announce it all of a sudden.
Like the people who are pissed off now I generally say are the newer fans that have come in like in the post UE era, and I think they're just maybe don't understand as much like what the Babymetal way is, and then they're kind of surprised or pissed off when they do something that they've kind of always done, so Aldo and myself are long-term fans, so I guess we know we've seen this shit before. This is not new to us.
Isn't new. This is
is
normal Babymetal shit.
This is Babymetal. If you're expecting something different from them, you need to change your expectations, because this is what they do. They've always been non-connecting with fans. They've always been
that's not necessarily true, because if you look right back to the Apocalypse Web thing that they did, they often had released little videos talking to the fans and stuff like that. So if you go right back, they had a lot of fan interaction, and it's got less and less and less.
Way back, like
I can only speak from
like 2012, 2013. Yeah, they were like they even did like a meet and greet in Singapore. It's a famous video because no one has ever.
But they were just starting out then, though. They starting out, they wanted to get these fans in. Now
exposure.
They have the fans now. They don't need to do that.
But do they not though? Does that really need to stop? I mean, not to be funny, I'd rather like Babymetal and them continuing to do those things. I mean, I can only speak from my experience. Obviously, I'm a lot newer to Babymetal than the three of you guys. I can only speak from my experience from obviously doing my YouTube channel as well. And what I found was a lot of the earlier stuff is the things I kind of really enjoyed, like the music videos for Karate and Magnusson. I don't see any professional music videos now. The only one I've seen is Starlight, and the girls weren't even in that.
Distortion was another one.
Like at the very end, there's like a shot of their faces from an angle, and I didn't even know this until quite recently. But if you wait till the very end of the Starlight video, and like in the last couple of seconds, most people actually turn it off at that stage. Where you actually see them, like very briefly.
It's probably not even them. It's probably just a piece of paper with the camera and a little bit of a CG effect.
It's definitely them, and I really even didn't know this. Like, I'm kind of ashamed to say I didn't know this until like this year.
But
they're in the end of that video. I always turned it off at that stage.
I turned it off long before then.
But what I was touching on about as well is, like I said, is we've done so much. Like I said, the Singapore videos, the interaction where the girls are talking over the music videos. It does seem like at the very beginning they were very, very interactive. I know Aldo's just touched upon it, like pushing for fans and stuff like that. Personally, though, and again, this is just my own subjective opinion, I think interaction and shit like that, doing stuff like that, shouldn't stop. Just because you've got a fan base now doesn't mean you stop interacting with that fan base. You need to keep doing what you're doing. Those are the reasons why a lot of people fell in love with them.
That goes back to the kind of fans that Babymetal fans are. Like, Babymetal fans are extremely loyal and dedicated, And I feel that they don't really need to put any work in promotion now, because all they need to do is announce a show in Japan, and instantly the tickets will go, like, you know.
I'm going to have a look at the chat for this one. Because I do apologize.
Do Mako Hari Mesa 25k. So
I'm going to have a look at the chat.
Put any more work into promoting themselves.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but maybe it's because of the fans that I interact with on Twitter and Discord and stuff. But nobody seems happy by the fact that they do fuck all.
Yeah. Well, just like I said, just touch. Sorry, I hate to
just leave it for.
You can't use Discord as a representation of the Babymetal fan base, because it's not. It's like, it really isn't.
Yeah,
the people like chirping on Discord really have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to Babymetal, and they do not represent the broader fan base.
Well, no, I mean it's a
representation of the fan base.
The Discord fans are a very niche group of fans. I'll give you that, but they're for the most part they're diehard fans, whereas the general fans float in and out. So yeah, it doesn't matter to them what Babymetal does or doesn't do, but to the diehard fans, especially the guys like you two who are going to all the shows. I mean, surely it must piss you off a little bit when you see that Babymetal does nothing, but all their peers are promoting themselves constantly.
I mean, Bots just had a good comment there. I've just been checking the chat, and he was just saying then that if the Bandmade Babymetal comparison, Bandmade promote all their stuff as a band and as the people, as the places. Bandmade Babymetal don't. Also, she was just touching upon as well the lore. He goes, we were talking about that, going, I like the lore, but it's got to that point now where we all know who Sue and Moa is. We all know they've grown up and we've grown with them and stuff like that. You know, it's a bit detrimental now. I feel the lore was good at one point. I feel like everybody's grown up with the band as well. So which is a good point.
That's why you can't really compare like Bandmade to Babymetal, because Babymetal is following as you said, Neon, the lore, and this is like a huge part of it. Like we've seen that even in the most extreme circumstances, Kobo will not veer off the lore. Like this is who they are. This is what they do, and it's hard to compare them to any other band who's just like doesn't have that. Like basically they told us in the graphic novel that they're like shape-shifting demons that can travel through time and change into different animals and spirits and stuff like that. So you're not even dealing with humans. You're dealing with like you're dealing with otherworldly beings, like, and it's not. They don't follow human standards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
About the novel, the bear.
Okay, like lore for any band is great. You look at, I don't know, let's go off Slipknot for instance, with the lore, with their masks and their numbers and stuff like that. It doesn't stop the band from interacting with their fans or being human beings when they're not being Slipknot. You know, I don't know. I feel the lore is really, really good, but I feel. I don't know. I feel like sticking to the lore at this point for Babymetal is counterproductive, especially right now if it means that fans are missing out on glorious content. Let's put it this way: if Babymetal was to end this year, just out the blue, let's just say they announced that they were ending, what could you look back on in the last couple of years? Apart, and I can't really think of too much apart from the release of Legend Galaxy, but all my fondest memories are with Yui, and I wasn't even a fan back then because of the way that they presented themselves. It goes back to that debate of because they were trying to get new fans, they were trying to do this. It's like football. Just because you're on top doesn't mean you don't do anything. You have to stay on top. You have to keep moving forward.
I kind of see it a little bit different though, because I've really enjoyed the rebirth of Babymetal in 2019 and the start of the Avengers series. Like I'm a big fan of Riho Sayashi, and I've become a big fan of her since she
Really?
joined Babymetal. Yeah,
You've never said.
Yeah, no, like, and Rio and Kano is awesome. Like, SG fans will know Kano. Like, she's amazing. Like, for her age, she's like unbelievably talented, brilliant dancer. You know, she's fantastic to see live. She's a great performer, and Momoko is awesome too. Like, we saw Momoko on every show on the UK tour. So I think that the Avengers have kind of given a shot, a rebirth to Babymetal, and like Sue and Mo are awesome. You know, the outfits that they got in 2019 are awesome. A great new album. I love Metal Galaxy. So yeah, I'm like, it's obviously there's great fond memories of Yui, and you know, we all love Yui. But like, I'm into the new era of Babymetal too, and I think that's great in its own way as well. You know,
it's funny that you touch on the Avengers as well, because obviously this Avengers period has come. Everybody's enjoyed it, but now obviously the members are off doing their own things. Like, for the next announcement we could get from Babymetal, there might not even be any Avengers anymore. The way that it's looking with the girls doing their own things.
We're back to being confused. We're back to asking, like, what will Babymetal be when we see them next, you know?
Momoko's going to be the permanent one.
I've heard that a lot. That seems to be the general thing of what people are wanting.
Kano's got 1.5, Rio's gone, Momoko's the only one available.
Like, we're really back to uncertainty, like, because as Aldo said, like, Kano is doing 1.5. Riho is like doing Instagram and doing like vampire musicals and a column. She's doing a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so Momoko, like, if not Momoko, then who? Like, if not Momoko, does Yui come back? Do they get someone different? Like, it's hard
Yui's
to know.
Not coming back.
Yeah, Yui's not coming back. It'll be Momoko.
I don't think it's that unlikely. People say, "Oh, Yui's never going to come back." Like,
and I'm not going to say it's Momoko either, because you know,
I don't see why not.
You could,
they throw balls at you from left field. You know.
Yeah, you could technically have both of them, really. Imagine that. Imagine pulling an absolute left field card, and instead of having 3 girls, you've got 4 permanent members. Bring Yui back.
Yeah.
Just let Momoko join permanently as well. Boom, 4 girls.
Yeah, anything is possible, and like, but what's also possible?
Loon's just like, no.
Like, what's also possible, like, and people don't want to talk about it, is like they just might disband. You know?
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, SG like said, you know, this is the last year, and like COVID is just the type of thing that could, you know, really bring an end to things, or really make people think about their future, or what they want to do, or if Babymetal can't do another live show until like 2021, even 2022, they might just say,
which is looking likely, especially in the UK at the minute.
That they're just going to call it a day. Like, so I really wouldn't be surprised if we got an SG type announcement about Babymetal, like after the 10th anniversary, that, you know, it's been great, but you know, this is the last stand.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either.
I think people need to prepare themselves for that, you know, mentally, because I know a lot of people love Babymetal so much, and if it ends, you know, they'll be absolutely heartbroken, and you know, it'll kill me. I know, because Babymetal is such a big part of my life, and I know for Aldo as well, and Loon as well, in his heart, I think he loves Babymetal. Two Neon. So, I mean, at any time it could end, and you know, we need to be prepared for that. So, it's just one of the many possibilities, I would say. Yeah, it is possible. Though.
It is very, very possible, especially at the minute. I'm gonna choose to take an optimistic route here, though. We're gonna go for joyous for something for a change.
We all hope for the best. Yeah, we all hope they come back, and there's the 4th album and flying colors, and this is awesome for another 10, 15 years.
Well, this is it now. Like, there's a lot of time off now. Like, you look at any kind of like band which is popular in the world at the minute. A lot of bands are using this time to make new material. They're out. All of them are in this.
Time where new music is written, and they think of another concept, and they're all raring to go, like in the back half of next year.
I know Legend Metal Galaxy's come out a bit too soon, and I do feel it's too soon for another album. And like I said, I'm taking this with obviously a massively optimistic. But if there was any time to release maybe 10-song mini album or something like this, there's a pandemic where you've had 12 months to do a call, basically. If there was ever a chance to do it, that would be that time.
I'm not convinced that they're using the time to make new music.
No.
No, I think Moa's got her university. I think Sue's just sitting back with her feet up.
Spending her money.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think they're actually doing anything productive.
I hope not. I hope that's not the case. That would be a tremendous waste of 12,
I don't know. That's not the
months.
Japanese way.
No.
That's not the Japanese way. Trust me, they're working. They're doing something.
Keep working. Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
I bet they're in the studio right now. That's the new routines for the BBAB music video, which is going to come out in October.
Sue sat in a studio.
He's working on a solo album. Sue's working on a solo album, and Sue's working on a solo album.
I would take that. I would take that at this point. Obviously, but if it's 12 months where obviously you can't do anything as a band, then why not say, Sue, go and release one song where you do what you want.
The law is why not.
The law is why not. But that's
people.
Yeah,
and also the fact that Metal Galaxy was a Sue solo album anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Moa could have not been in that, and wouldn't have told the difference.
When you talk about Moa, like really, Moa's role in Babymetal has really been diminished since it's just been Sue and Moa. Like, I mean, like I love Moa, but let's be honest. Like right now, she's like little more than a glorified Avenger at the moment, and it's like Sue is center place, and she's like the Avenger that gets to have a mic and occasionally say, "We are Babymetal" at the end of the show. Like she really is. Like even on her own, like I went to Legend M, and even on her own concert, she didn't get to do a full song. She just got to do like Moa Banger, like one verse of one song, and it was supposed to be her special birthday concert, but it was the Sue show with just
if there's one
song that Moa got like.
Yeah, I said this in my album review on YouTube. I said if there's one thing I was really disappointed with Legend Metal Galaxy, it was that there was nowhere near enough Moa on that album. Very much like Loon just said, it was very Sue-centric, and I was very disappointed coming away from that. That's probably my only takeaway from that album. I was just like, I want more Moa.
Like even BMC, like they could have given BMC to Moa and let her do like a rap part, because she does a little bit of rap part in Da Da Dance, even though she doesn't actually get to sing it when it's a live show. But I think they could have given her like one song. Come on, like there's 16 songs across the 2 CDs on on Metal Galaxy. Like give Moa one. Come on, like it's is it a 2-piece, or is it the Sue show with a glorified Avenger?
That could be Moa's choice though as well. Let's not forget, she may just not want. She may be happy just doing what she's doing. For all you know, I mean, we're making assumptions here.
You make a really good point there, because I think Moa loves Sue more than Moa loves Babymetal. That might sound weird, but like Moa, like to the extent that Moa loves Sue, I think is like an incredible bond. Like, I mean, people look back at old SG videos, and when Sue was leaving, like Moa literally could not contain herself. She ran over to Sue when she was saying goodbye and said, "I love you," and started crying. She can't be without Sue. They're like
2 peas in a pot.
So I mean in a perfect in a you know a very strong friendship way, not in any other way. But the bond between them is strong, you know.
You could have said that about Moa and Yui as well, though. That, you know, could you ever picture Moa without Yui if you were looking back at the SG days, because they were so close? So I think Moa was close to both of them. But...
Yeah, Moa loves everybody. She says it in there's this famous phrase from an English interviewer. She says, "I love everyone," and I believe that Moa just loves everyone, and she wants to make everyone happy, and she wants to be happy. So. Yeah, she loves Yui. She loves Sue. Like, and I kind of think about like how devastating would have been in 2018 for like Yui to leave, and like how many like conversations they would have had together, like in meeting rooms or just on chats like this, and you know the tears that must have flown about. It's all like the 3 of us is over now. Like, it's not going to be the same. You know, like is this really the end of what? Everything we worked for the last 8 years up to that point. Yeah, it must have been heavy. There must have been some heavy moments in that last year when the decision was made to break up the trio, and for them to go their separate ways. That must have been. I can imagine that must have been tough, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I want to go back, obviously, to being a little bit more optimistic again. It always takes like 2 dips. We're always like, yes, two steps right, and then we go.
I feel like I always bring it down really low, and then Leon has to bring it back.
But
I'll stop being so negative.
no, but this is what I mean. There's so much that I'm glad somebody's going to say it, and I'm glad fans like to say these things as well, because sometimes we can live in a bit of a bubble. We all love it. We all don't want to hear the negative side of it. That's what I love about this, and why I love doing this show as well, because I love getting to hear people come in, be real, hear everybody's opinions, and talk about things that probably wouldn't get talked about on any other show. So, and that I like
my theory.
Go on, yeah, no, go for it, Aldo.
People are gonna get mad, but I think my theory is that there was some infighting in the group.
You think?
Life is not all roses, and life is real.
Yeah.
We don't know what happens behind the scenes. I don't even think Yui's actually hurt. I don't think her health is even in danger, because there's nothing out there. There's nothing, no information whatsoever. They haven't even specifically said what it is that's wrong with her. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is a cover story because something happened between the girls. They had a fight. Something happened, Do
you think it actually been ill
I think it
for
was a
Legend
gradual
S?
thing. I think it was a gradual thing. Because if you look at, I don't know, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but like Sue and Moa, their little playfulness at Tokyo Dome, they didn't really include Yui. Yui was kind of like on the outside. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them on stage, and it's like there's interaction between Sue and Moa. They play with each other, but Yui's not included in any of that playfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the interviews, Moa and Sue are, Moa's just like staring at Sue. Her hair, her face, whatever, her aura.
Yeah.
And Yui's just staring at the camera the whole time. So I think it was like a gradual thing that maybe Yui felt like she was getting excluded. Yeah. And maybe something happened. They got in an argument. They got into a fight. Life is real. And even best friends fight. I fought with my best friends. Horrible fights. Screaming and yelling type fights. And if I can do that with my best friends, I'm pretty sure they probably went through it. And I follow like other idols. Other idols, they have problems with each other too.
Yeah.
So it's not that far-fetched to think that maybe there was some infighting. And maybe this is just a cover story for her to get out of the contract, for her to move on, to go do something else, and just. Yeah. That's why Sue and them don't really talk too much about her.
It's not fair.
Yeah, well, we miss you. Sue was part. We miss Yui. Yui was part of the group. We're gonna always miss her. She was, but that's all they say. They don't really go into detail. They don't never mention what it is that her health problems were. It's just a cover story. That's my conspiracy theory. There you go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yeah. No, like what Aldo said, I think there's something to that. I mean, like, people forget that they are real people. You know what I mean? And they might have real problems and real issues with each other. So it's definitely possible.
It's possible. I would hate to think it was real, but yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I like to think of them as still like really, really close.
Life is real, so
yeah, like I
always put myself in their shoes. I've had fights with my best friends. I've lost best friends because of stupid fighting.
Yeah,
but that's what happens.
When you talk about like relationships between them, like Riho and Sue have like a connection that goes like way back to growing up in Hiroshima and being in Ash. So I think that was probably part of the reason why Riho took part in Babymetal, and maybe that she was the first person to the first Avenger to appear and maybe had some of the bigger shows was probably because of her connection to Suzuka and how there was a relationship there previous. So I think relationships between the members are very important, and I can definitely see from what Aldo was saying, like if relationships do go sour, how that can make it so one person feels excluded, and that can eventually lead to someone wanting to move away from the group because they feel maybe that they're not being valued or that they're not part of the group anymore, or a third wheel in the Sue Moa on stage love affair.
Yeah.
So, we all love to see that bond though between Sue and Moa. That's the thing. I mean, we love those little moments where them two are interacting like that. So yeah, to see maybe like UBB excluded or something like that is a valid point. I never actually thought of it that way. To be fair, so it's a very, very valid case of argument there. Right. Okay. So for like the
Loon says hopefully not but yeah.
Yeah, for like the 50th millionth time now, you guys are weighing this chat down. I'm gonna have to lift it. God damn it, guys!
At least it wasn't me.
It was him. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you smashed.
2020, dude. It's hard to come up with uplifting shit in 2020, dude.
If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you smashed a like before Aldo freaking depressed this whole thing.
This is a year to be miserable.
2020 hashtag the miserable year.
It is. It really is a miserable year.
Man. It really is. So I want to talk about obviously about the possibly positives. I mean, we've been talking about obviously COVID 2020 hashtag the miserable year, just being crap all round. But I'm going to take a little bit of positive spin on this, and I'm going to say that the girls are waiting for an announcement. There was rumors, obviously, about the Olympics before everything went down. There was rumors that they were going to announce a big show or something like that for the end of this year. COVID's obviously wrecked that. Yeah. COVID doesn't look like it's going to be ending anytime soon. It looks like it will push into 2021.
Planned for October. I can guarantee you. Planned for October.
I feel like there was. I feel like there was like huge. Yeah, I feel like there was huge events. I feel like there was something planned, and I feel like maybe they're being quiet because that's the first thing they want to, as soon as they can, and as soon as the world sort of returns to relative normality. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be the one thing that I imagine that just one day. Here's the shows, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yui's back or whatever. Boom, 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 boom.
Because like the start of this year was really awesome. Like the start of this year gave us like Legend Metal Galaxy, two amazing shows that was in the shape of Tokyo Dome, where there was 2 different nights, two completely different sets. Debuted 3 new songs. Did a very special version of IDZ, which they brought back for the first time in a long time, and the biggest wall of death ever at the end of the first night. 2 Kami bands, all 5 girls. It was a huge like statement from Babymetal. And then the European tour was awesome. The UK tour. They were going to do a Southeast Asia tour for the first time in a long time. They were going to come back to Europe then in the summer to do more shows.
There's a ghost behind you,
Poland.
There's a ghost behind me.
It was really going to be like a huge year, and October was going to be massive, but everything just grind to a halt, and so it's not their. I don't think it's not their fault that this year turned into shit after February. It's an unprecedented global pandemic, you can't really blame them for being inactive now. Nobody's active now.
I mean, as well as things went for them from last summer through the American tour and the Forum, back and doing their Japan shows, coming over to Europe, as well as that was going for them, and yes, COVID cocked everything up for them, but that doesn't excuse them. The silence.
Excuse what?
The silence. That nothing. They've not said, oh yeah, we did have this big thing planned for October for the anniversary. Obviously, we can't do it. We'll put it back a year or whatever. There's nothing from them, and you can't excuse the nothingness.
But it's not new. If you look at the end of 2018 until they made their announcement on Fox Day in 2019, they literally put up like one tweet on New Year's Eve, December 31st, and they said absolutely nothing until the last minute of April 1st. So there was like 4 solid months where they literally said absolutely nothing. So it's not new. Like 4 months of
well, no, it's not new, but it's not new, but this is unprecedented. This COVID thing. So, and this was their 10th anniversary. We know they had all this planned because they were promoting it for a year and a half. So for them just to leave it and not say anything, I don't think I can excuse it.
A lot of people have just been saying that in my chat as well. Like Ayami's got a live show with a small crowd on October the 23rd. The Let's Go's been doing shows. Bandmaid's been doing shows. You know, there's a lot of European bands that have been doing shows. Like Matt Heffy from Trivium streams and interacts with the fans through on Twitch and stuff like that. So there's ways of getting around and interacting with the bands. And I know obviously we're probably circling around back to the law here, but there's got to I think there's got to be a bridge and a divide. Like I said, there's got to be some kind of let up as stuff like that. I feel like touching back on the da thing with the merch. I feel like what Lucy said, it's unprecedented that it goes throughout this long, and even if 4 months is a long time not to hear anything, the last thing you want to hear after 6 months of silence is, oh yeah, we've got new merch. Because it's probably as much as you're like, oh yeah, new merch. What you really want is, well, I was kind of hoping there'd be like a online show or something. I said this before in my my last show. The one thing that I would love to do, this is a time to do something different. It doesn't take much. It doesn't need to be a big fancy production. It could literally take, just get a Mora on an acoustic guitar, get Sue on a stool. And literally a 20-minute show of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 acoustic songs, and then just have Sue with the microphone just talk for 5 minutes. 20-minute show. Put it online.
I would pay for
like
that.
A Babymetal unplugged
I'd
thing.
pay for that.
I think that's a really good idea, Neon. Like have Omora and like Lita like sitting on chairs like playing their guitar, and have like Sue and Mo just kind of jamming and singing songs.
Just jamming and just singing and just talking.
That would be unbelievable. That would be awesome. Like, and even like the Dada net thing, like just have Yui and Moa do that. Don't have like Koba in a skeleton suit. Like we want to see the members. We want to see Sue and Moa. We don't want to you don't want to see a dude in a skin tight skeleton suit. You know, we want to see Sue and Moa. So yeah, at the very least, give us what we follow, what we want to see. Give us the members of Babymetal.
What are your thoughts on that, Aldo? Like is that something you'd like to see as well, or?
I'd like for them to like release some music videos, like real music videos.
Yeah.
Like
I think
like they used to do with Megitsuni and Ijime Dame Zetai, the original video, something like that with the girls in it, but not live footage. I mean, we've got DVDs out the ass. We've got YouTube out the ass. There's live out there everywhere. Give us something new, something tasty. Come on.
Everyone wants a real music video. Everyone wants like
I mean, and I'm not talking about like distortion. Distortion. No, the girls didn't even come out on distortion. That video really didn't make any sense.
A video featuring the members.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take that as well. Even if we don't hear anything for another 6 months, for like going into 2021, I'd like you said, just take an old song, make a music video, and just release it.
Like a karate video. Like the karate video was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do another one of those even take an older song, take Yava and put a Yava is a song that's universally loved by everyone. Put a video to that,
Or Awadama Fever. I mean, that would be a total psychedelic type video.
Yeah. Burn like.
You can't have a Yava.
The world is on fire anyway, so you might as well do a song about burning.
You can't have a Yava video without Yui. I'm sorry, but
yeah, I feel like if they're gonna do a music video,
I would get on a plane and fly to Japan just to give Koba a slap if he did that.
I think if they're going to do a music video for one of the songs, it probably will be a Legend Metal Galaxy song. But just get the girls in the studio. Two days of work. 2 days of work. Make a music video. Then they can go back to doing whatever they're doing. 48 hours, and then just really smoking weed in uni, whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah.
freaking Sue's in her gym jams in her front room, tub of sushi, just knocking it back. Whatever they like to do in their spare time.
I'd like to see them collaborate with other bands. Not necessarily, everybody's gonna say, especially in the American and UK market, oh well, they should, collaborate with Slipknot or whatever. No, keep it Japanese. Go collaborate with 1OK Rock or
But they can do that now. There's so many bands under the Muse label. You could take a freaking 1-5 now and have them face off or something like that. It would be amazing. That is well within realms of possibilities to do something like that.
Yeah,
so, I mean, even if it's not on an album, even if it's just a one-off single or one-off song,
one-off collaboration, that'd be awesome.
So don't even have to stick
album like 4 or 5 songs on a mini album, like that would be cool.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. That's what not even a full-length album. It could just be cover songs, or it could, like I said, it could be a collaboration. 4 songs and a little CD. Sell it for £5 or something like that on online store or on discs.
This is a Muse you're talking about. You don't get a CD for £5. 50 quid
plus postage and packaging. All right. Sorry, $50. There we go. $50 plus like $100 postage and packaging for this little 4 tracks. But the possibility to do something like that is there. Like, I mean, a music's come out and said, "Oh, the COVID's hit us hard." Music. Well, go into a studio, spend 2 days making a goddamn song, even if it's crap, even if it's utter crap. You could put it in a 4-song CD. Just say it's just something we did in the studio because we mixed up because we're not doing anything. It's not official. Doesn't go on the albums. It's just a little something. Really put it in the wild. I mean, there you go. There's like
Babymetal fans will buy anything.
Exactly.
Buy anything. If you like, they put the Babymetal logo on a candle and people fucking bought it. So
yeah,
they can do anything.
Cobra, if you're watching this and scribbling this down, I want a percentage of this. By the way, I'm coming up with some banging ideas.
Patent pending.
I know. I'm just gonna grow a mustache and go to Japan myself. I just need to wear the sunglasses and just grow the mustache. I'll be like, I'm taking over, Cobra. So, but all these things are in well within the realms of possibility to do something like that, And then, like I said, it could take a week maybe, to do a little something. Whether or not it be record a music video, whether or not do just a 20-minute live acoustic show, whether or not it is smash 2 songs together and or 1 song, just put it in the wild. Just put it as a free song. Okay, it won't ever be free. Put it as a 99p song on iTunes and get an influx of cash, and the fans get a song. Yeah. There's so much that could be done there, and then they can disappear for another 6 months until they re-emerge. Sue will have to hit the gym after consuming 8 months worth of sushi. Yeah. So I just got visions of a.
The latest picture is really good, though. I mean, did you guys see the magazine cover for?
Yes.
This week?
Yes, I got that. I actually saved that on my phone, that picture, because I thought it was absolutely awesome. By the way, I got the
and like the guest list on the magazine is very impressive. Like it's Yoshiki from X Japan, and it's Bring Me the Horizon. It's Rob Halford. It's Mikiko. It's like Slipknot. It's like a lot of friends and Babymetal, and I've ordered. It's probably going to all be in Japanese. I won't understand it, but
I actually got the screensaver of that shot on my phone, so I couldn't resist it. I seen it. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna nab that." So I think it was somebody on my Discord that posted that.
They look awesome. They really look awesome. So
maybe this is
I'll be in.
Oh,
go on.
I was going to say maybe this magazine cover is maybe the start of an emergence of maybe things that are going to be trickling out now.
Maybe.
I doubt it, but maybe.
People notice that the outfits in the video are a little bit different from what they've been wearing. Like the jewel on Suzuka's neck is like a different color, and there's like something white underneath it. So maybe that's a sign of a little bit of a change in image and a new era of
You don't think that's just a bad Photoshop for the cover?
Maybe like they've been saying that the end of this year, like the end of the 10-year anniversary is the end of Metal Resistance. So some people actually took that to mean like, oh, it's the end of Baby Metal now. But I think it could be the start of like a completely new chapter of Baby Metal, like not Metal Resistance episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but a new type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So that's an optimistic view of it. The pessimistic view is that it's over. But let's stay optimistic.
I'm optimistic. I don't want it to be over. I want them to keep going. I just want them to keep going and communicate with the fans. That's all.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, makes sense.
Because I want next February in Glasgow to be going to a Baby Metal concert. I don't want it to be the end.
I want to be there with you, man. I want to do the exact same thing we did this year. I want to watch the show and realize how awesome it was, and have a big hug at the end, and have a good night. Yeah, I think we all want that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I tell you what, the coppers around there at the minute.
Baby Metal and Teletubbies. That was funny.
Who called the cops?
Shit, they found me, guys. I'm sorry. I just. So, but yeah, like I said, there's
someone's a snitch. Snitches get stitches.
So I've literally just put on the chat now, whether or not they want to ask us some questions and some stuff we can talk about. Maybe there's some subjects we haven't touched on.
So I know Loon is a Yui fan. I'm Sue would be my number one. Aldo, what do you have a favorite member or?
All the M's. Moa, Momoko.
Yeah. So, and Neon. I think you were Sue.
I originally started off with Sue. I very much loved Sue from the off. But the more I see it, the more Moa's kind of growing on me a little bit.
Okay.
And then recently,
Moa, I guess Moa wins.
Recently, I have been watching a lot of the older stuff, and I have really kind of missed Yui as well. But I've said this a lot in the past. I said, being a new fan, I've seen a lot of. I get excited when I see obviously the news with Sue and Moa. It's really hard for me missing that kind of essential Yui era for me to get excited over Yui, because I know that I'm never going to get anything to get excited about for Yui in the future.
Yeah.
So I tend not to dwell on it too much, even though if she came back, I'd be delighted.
Same. Like I'm the opposite, Neon. Like I've been able to see Yui multiple times in the time that she was there with Baby Metal, and some people have never got the chance to see her. So I can see how both sets of people would maybe feel a bit different. You know, those who experience seeing her live many times versus those who never really knew Baby Metal with Yui and are maybe fans since 2017 or 2018, and Baby Metal is something different to those people.
So we got a few questions in the chat.
Sure.
Before we kind of move on and talk about a few things, I do want to get the chat involved. Quartz has asked, "Will you be social distancing at that concert, Loon?"
Yeah, I'll be distanced from the audience because I'll be on the stage.
Oh, we're performing.
Yeah, so I'm the new third girl.
I knew it. We
keeping that a secret first.
We got a question for Paul. Bot asks, Paul, have you ever been to a Sakura Gakuin event?
Unfortunately, not. No, I was hoping to go to them at some stage, but I don't think that's going to happen. I have two pieces of SG merch, and both I got off fans. I got the little flag, the little wave flag after the Wembley show.
Yeah.
And I got this towel off a fan at a show in Germany in 2015. So. Yeah, I do like SG. I've never got a chance to see him live.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a bit of a regret, but yeah.
I don't know why Aldo would want to leave that chair. That looks like one damn comfy chair.
we're checking out your kitchen.
I'm checking out all the merch now. Now Aldo's moved it over. I can say, look, there's a flag there. There's a flag there.
We can see inside his house. We can see his kitchen.
Yeah, I'm mentally looking at what I can pinch. making a mental note.
My throat was really, really dry, and I was like starting to cough. And
that's fine. That's fine, man. We can see you were struggling.
I got water here.
So, for Sakura Gakuin as well. Like you said, Paul's just been asked if he's been to an event. Have you been to anything Sakura Gakuin related, Aldo?
Yeah. Let me see. 2015, 16, 17, 18.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. No. Like.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been to every single one since Moa and Yui's graduation.
Oh wow!
I really got hooked on Sakura Gakuin following. Even after Yui and Moa graduated, I fell in love with the other girls too. You know I didn't just focus on Yui and Moa. I mean, I liked all the other girls too. They all had different personalities. I grew attached to them, and that formula that they have where they graduate some girls and they bring in new ones, and the new ones are just as adorably cute as the last ones that left, So it's that rotation that keeps you hooked, if you stay with it. If you don't stay with it, then of course you lose interest. But if you stay with it, you really do get involved into the rotation of everyone that goes through there.
That's the thing. Like I didn't really stay with it after Yui and Moa left. There was a big drop off in interest for me personally, and then what made me get back into it again was, as I said, Kano and Momoko, like re-establishing that connection between SG and Babymetal. So that got me interested in the current members. So like of the current members, Sana is my favorite. I was kind of hoping that she would be president, but
I can't believe she didn't get it.
With
one of the things that
I was mad. I was like, come on.
Well, once I discovered Sakura Gakuin, I actually went back and pretty much like everybody else, they go back to the beginning and they start watching those old clips in the old shows and the old videos, and I really got hooked on the 2013 Nendo with Nene and Marina and I really grew attached to them too, and then the new girls came in like Baby Chan came in and
I have a question for Aldo about SG.
Aiko and huh?
I have a question for Aldo about SG. Can I ask it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So you talked about the 2013 Nendo, like Marina, Nene, Raura, and Hinata. I heard, I don't know if it's true, but there was some drama in that group where the girls were kind of screwing around, and Suzuka like kind of got mad and had to kind of tell them off or kind of put them in line with a kind of a speech where she got a little bit angry. Is that true or?
Not in 2013 because Suzuka was already gone.
No, but like before, like in the previous year.
In 2012.
Yeah.
Well,
is there any truth to that?
She was tough on the girls. I mean, she was all business. That's the thing about Suzuka was she was all business. She wasn't the type to like fool around, play around. She wasn't the joking type. She was an airhead, yes, and that showed a lot, through the Nendos and everything. But when it came down to like choreography and singing and all that, she was all business. It was all work. And a lot of they're young girls, especially the really younger ones.
Yeah.
They would mess around. They would play around. Nene was a prankster herself, and Marina was a spaz. So it's like So I'm not gonna say that she was like like getting angry at him, but I think she was very stern with them because she was business.
I heard that because Sue is like the ultimate professional. Like she was always very dedicated to, getting things right and the choreography.
Getting things right, yeah.
That's probably because she had so much experience coming into SG. Like she had been in ASH, which is a very prestigious, I guess, performing arts school, and then she had been in KG. Like she was kind of already established a little bit as a star, whereas the other members didn't really have any experience. And like I think Sue was like laser focused like on Babymetal. She was going to make it a success. She was going to be successful in the music business, whereas maybe someone like Nene didn't really have any ambitions to continue on in the entertainment business. She left the spotlight after SG. She went to study nursing, I think. So I think maybe some of the other members didn't take it as seriously as Sue would. And what I heard is that it got to a point where she had to kind of say, raise her voice a little bit and say, "Come on, guys, get serious. We need to get this choreography right. We need to do this show right."
Sue definitely
showed her leadership as a president.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sue definitely comes across like that though. Like you can tell even just from the Babymetal stuff that Sue is definitely like there's fun and games, but there's definitely a hint of work, of ethic, of standards with Sue. Definitely, she's very much in performance.
You actually see that in live shows. You see that in between songs at live shows. Like Sue is like putting one arm around Moa and put another arm around Avenger and she kind of moves them into place. Like I think at one point she like pulled the Avenger back a bit because she was a little bit out of position, or she told her to move in closer. So I get the sense that like on stage like Sue is the leader and she's kind of making sure that everyone is in line and making sure everyone is doing what they should be doing or in the spot they need to be in. So I think she's very professional in that sense.
Definitely.
Like a good leader, a strong leader of the group.
For sure. I've got another question as well. This is definitely one I completely forgot about this one, but it's definitely something I definitely want to touch on. Did you think the new song? There was a new song in the Da Da Dance show. Now, obviously, the guitar riff that was going on in the background, a lot of people have speculated because they've done this in the past.
I've heard two theories on it.
No. I know what it was. I thought it was a new song, kind of like they did with the one and stuff. But it turns out that it was a parody of a Japanese, like a selling show, a show where they sell things. And it's a parody of that song. Because theirs is like a really happy song. Well, it's the exact same song, but they made it metal. That's all it was. So
I heard that theory, but to me, like when you listen to the two songs, it doesn't really sound anything like it, or it's quite different from it. So, like, yeah, people say it was the parody, and I've heard that, and maybe that's the case. But I guess to me, they sound different enough. But yeah, it probably is the parody thing, even though it sounds completely different to me personally. But
I mean, I've heard the same. I've heard it was a parody, but it doesn't. It sounds different enough, and I would love to believe that it's teasing a new song.
I actually really enjoyed that riff.
Enough for them to use something similar.
I was well into it.
Like maybe they don't use that exact, but they could use that kind of idea, that kind of riff. Because a lot of artists like sample other songs. Like No Rain No Rainbow has like samples of Endless Rain by X Japan. So it could be that sense, like it could be like almost like a tribute to that kind of riff, but not quite that, and it could be different enough to make it a new song out of it, Yeah.
I'm still waiting for them to come out with the full version of the Unikitty theme song.
I think or what happened to the Babymetal anime? There was supposed to be something there and that disappeared, or I don't know.
Yeah, it was all a bunch of bull. That would be awesome, right? Right about now would be awesome. See, because they could do the voiceovers and stuff from home.
Yeah, they could just
from a home
they could
studio.
Just do voice acting.
Yeah, while somebody's doing the whole animation thing.
That would make so much sense right now.
Yeah. Again, that could be something that studio's doing in this 8 months that we've heard absolutely nothing. So enough time.
It's a creative time. It's all in the works.
It could be. I've got another question as well from the chat saying, have any of you been following any of the Sakura Gakuin graduates after Babymetal? Aiko's released some good stuff since graduating. I'm gonna change that slightly, and I'm gonna twist it, and I'm gonna say, who's your favorite girl that you've been following from Sakura Gakuin that's not in Babymetal?
Ayami.
Yeah, like Ayami is a legend. Like Ayami is the original president. To me, like she's the OG, the original gangster president. Of, she always will be, you know. So Ayami, I think it always will be like that kind of head figure in SG, regardless of what you feel about other members. But I don't know. I don't. Apart from Ayami, I can't think of another member other than Kano maybe. But she just left like literally a month ago. But what do the other guys think? They're more SG than me, I guess.
Well, I mean, Ayami is my favorite. I do kind of follow Aiko. If she does something, I'll give it a watch. Same with 1-5. I'll give their stuff a watch.
Yeah. I'm into 1-5 now. I'm definitely going to be a 1-5 fan. see what they do.
But most of the girls, it seems, didn't go into music.
No.
Hinata, I think, did like a stage thing where she was singing, but she's a voice actress. But so following the ones that are doing TV shows and that are modeling and things like that, it's hard to follow them. It really needs to be for me the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what the most people
lean. You're probably talking about Ayami and Aiko. Those are the music people from SG, and then you have like Ayaka, who's big into modeling, and then I think the Yuzumi is in acting. She's doing like TV shows or movies. Yeah.
So I got another question as well. Did you guys see that Amora was watching the Sakura Gakuin graduation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like that doesn't surprise me at all, because like Kano was work with Babymetal, and obviously Omura and Kano would have a little bit of a connection there, so it makes sense that when Kano has like this big event that she has on, like her graduation from SG, that Omura would watch that to support a member of the Babymetal family, which even if Kano never performs with Babymetal again, she's part of the Babymetal family now. Like, you perform with them, you work with Babymetal, you're in that circle. So
yeah, I mean,
it's going to be that. Yeah.
A few of the camis are support the girls. I mean, Bo tweeted out about Riho when she announced that she'd got the vampire thing. Yeah. He tweeted the support for her. It's good that they do that, and they don't just like block them out completely once they're gone.
It's part of it, a bit of a joke in the Babymetal community on Discord. But Anthony Barone, the Western Kami drummer, he likes all of Riho's Instagram posts, and people have kind of taken that as maybe there's something between them, but I don't know. It's just fan rumor, but there we go.
So
people will always put doing.
I just want to apologise to the people in chat as well. I know a lot of people are saying about my Discord notifications. I do apologise. While I'm in the call, I can't hear them. But I know, obviously, for you guys on chat, because as I'm recording this or while we're live on Twitch, my desktop picks up the notifications. So I have just muted a few servers, so I do apologise for that, guys. Loon's like, keep the kitty. We got another question as well for me and Loon. What graduate event would you wish you could go to?
Sorry.
For Neon and Loon, what graduate event will you want to go to? So I imagine which graduate event? Yeah. So I imagine that if we had a choice, which one would we want to go to?
Which year?
I can't say it's not going to be 2014. It has to be 2014.
When Yui graduated.
Yeah.
Like, was a famous Yui fan. So. Yeah.
I would love to be able to go back and see any of them up to 2014. I'd also like to see be able to go back and see the one that Megu and Momoko graduated, because they're two of my other favorite girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2014 it has to be. If I could only pick one.
I'm gonna go for the one that probably broke me on YouTube, which was Sue's graduation. Yeah, I was completely unprepared for that. I didn't see that one coming at all. That moment. I think what really gets me it's Moa and Sue. When Moa goes, I start to go and I'm like, no, don't do it. And then Sue starts crying, and then the girls start crying, and then they're saying all this awesome, sad, awesome stuff, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I wish I had friends like that. And then it all just got a bit too much.
Into it, like the video on YouTube is like the music playing in the background and then the violins, and then they cut it and they make it like super emotional.
I'm like,
it really tugs on the heartstrings. You're like that.
So yeah, no, I was like, people warned me about that as well. They turn around and go, look, this is the saddest thing ever. And when you watch something, sometimes I think, nah, I'll be all right. And like, I don't know if it's just me. I think I'm just like a broken person. Sometimes I get really sad and emotional over like some of the most daftest things.
No, it's that moment is so kind of strong. I think you need to be made of stone to not feel something in that moment, and just see like more like pouring her little heart out for Sue leaving, and it's even more emotion when you think about it, because at that point I don't think it was certain that Babymetal would continue. In 2013. Like it really might have been a situation that when Sue left SG, that Babymetal might have started to come to an end, and it really could have been a situation where like Moa would never get to perform with Sue again, which is obviously something she loved to do. But it was literally just after that Babymetal took off, like at the speed of light, and became what they are today, like a huge sensation. But that wasn't the case in, I think it was, what was that, March of 2013? Yeah, they really hadn't got their like huge global break at that stage, you know. So yeah.
So I want to touch on one last thing as well with the Babymetal and the Olympics. Obviously, again, this is definitely not a rumor that's going away. I say this every time on the goddamn podcast, because I'm determined to make it happen. And whoever's watching this, by the way, you share the crap out of this video. We're gonna make it happen. So it's a rumor that everybody keeps talking about.
Committee, what's up?
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about it, and I as soon as I heard it, I was like, I want that to happen. So I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep this thing going. But what do you guys think about it? So obviously, we know the Olympics has now been delayed till 2021. It might not be the big event we all hoped it would be for them, unfortunately, just because of the world at the minute. But do you reckon maybe that was the big announcement? Maybe they were going to do something there, and maybe that's why we've heard silence. Maybe until we know something about that. Lou's just looking at me like,
I want to see. I want to see Syncopation be the opening song at the Olympic opening ceremony. or IDZ, and they run on the track.
Surely the one
in the middle of the stadium.
Surely the one would be the song to unite everybody.
The one. We are the one. Yeah, the one would be kind of an Olympic type song, you know.
Definitely
a song about uniting people from all over the world. So. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, all right, okay. So it was Strawberry Manty. Greetings. What's your opinion on clowns? Respectful and mindful answers only. really left field. I'll be honest.
They become world leaders lately.
I'll be honest. I'm petrified of clowns.
There's one in the White House.
Well, that's my stream getting shut down in about 2 seconds.
There's one in number 10 as well. There's one in Downing Street.
I'm petrified of clowns. I never knew why. Like, I don't know why. I always had this like little bit of a phobia of them until I found out that my mum and dad, they turned around to me and goes, "Oh yeah, you used to have like a clown bedroom when I was a kid." And I was like, "What?" And they showed me this picture. Yeah, they showed me this picture.
Like
oh, they are.
When I think it's clown,
I had clown curtains and everything. No wonder I'm goddamn petrified.
yeah.
So it took me.
There was like videos, or there was like a viral trend where like people dressed up as like evil clowns and walked around a neighborhood and like terrorized people by knocking on their doors and looking in their windows and.
Oh, we need a Babymetal video. We need a Babymetal video of that. We need like Sue or Moa dressing up as like scary characters and going out spooking random people on the streets.
That would be cool.
I just imagine that. Like that'd be freaking hilarious. But yeah, thank you for the follow as well for everybody on here. Great question. Yeah, that's completely left field.
I like that question.
we got one from Jen. If, or rather, when Babymetal isn't a thing anymore, what do you think Moa will be doing? Sue seems to have a clear bet to continue, obviously, in the singing business. But what about Moa? Can you see her doing a solo thing?
I can see Moa doing like what Riho is doing right now, doing like musical theater. Because like Moa is a performer, number one. She likes to entertain. She likes to connect with a crowd. So I think Moa would like to do something where she can be like just an entertainer, a performer, connecting with a crowd, a little bit of singing. So I think musical theater would be something that she could do.
See, I was gonna say, like a TV presenter.
Yeah. So something where she can like be connecting with the crowd and engaging with the crowd, because that's what she loves to do. That's what she does in Babymetal.
So practically, so it's anything where she could just be Moa.
Yeah, anywhere she can be herself, where she can be, connect with the crowd. As I said, show her that she loves everybody, be happy, be energetic.
What about you, Aldo? Yeah. What do you see Moa going on to do?
Oh man, I love her voice. So I would love to see her sing. I would love to see her do some solo stuff.
Yeah, if she was to,
she's in university, Loon. You said she was in university. She's studying something. Do you know what she's studying?
Yeah,
it's the effect music has on your brain or something like that,
or on your ears.
It's neuroscience, but how music affects
music affects the mind and people in general, how it affects them emotionally.
Kane says we need a Moa food TV show.
There you go.
Definitely.
That's what we need. We need a TV series of Moa just going around the world eating food.
Yeah, like
I'd watch that.
Like Man versus Food.
Yes.
Man versus Food?
Yeah. A little tiny Moa with his mountain of food in America. Could you imagine
Moa
that?
Versus Food. Yeah.
Just like traveling around America, going to like pig out places and like doing like ridiculous eating challenges. She could do that.
She's saying Moa could bring the Kawaii back to Kawaii metal. I mean, that's another thing as well. Like with Moa being able to do that stuff as well, like she could bring that cuteness as well back if she did something on her own.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I mean, there's nothing that she can't do. Like, there's no options are unlimited. Like as Aldo said, she does have a really good singing voice. We saw that at Legend M when she got to sing her verse on Headbanger. She does have a nice voice, so yeah, she could definitely do something in music, and I think she would have the Babymetal fans to support her in her new project.
Yeah.
I think people would definitely get behind her next thing.
I mean that's the thing, isn't it? No matter what the girls decide to do now, you've got a worldwide audience there. Like whatever they tend to do next is going to be successful, no matter what. And I feel like the next thing they choose to do is going to have that instant success. I feel like it's up to the girls to maintain that success, obviously over the long term of what they do. Whatever's next. Me personally, I'd love to see Moa do. I want a Moa album. I just want a Moa solo album, 10 or 8 songs.
Me too. That'd be cool.
Just Moa. Just let her do crazy, weird stuff that she'd like to do. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. To be honest,
Sue is definitely going to do that. I think Sue has the music in her soul. Like regardless of whether it's with Babymetal with another project or with another band or solo, I think Sue will definitely continue in the music business post Babymetal and continue to sing, because that's what she loves to do.
Yeah.
She's always done. Yeah.
When I think of Sue after Babymetal, I think Sue will go complete left field with her music choice. I mean, because like I said, we often get confused, or Suzuka and Sue Metal tend to blend into one person sometimes, but we tend to forget.
Yeah.
Like, Sue Metal is very much a persona. You look at any shred of evidence that we've ever had of Suzuka outside of Babymetal, she's not very metal centric. She's got her own tastes, her own style, very happy, cheerful. I could see her going off and doing her own thing for that. But maybe metal has rubbed off with her over the years. Maybe she'll feel comfortable following in our father's steps. They're doing like a punk rock thing, or maybe she will go completely Japanese Idol honors, and we'll be like, what?
She could do whatever style of music she wants to do, because like during her time in Babymetal, she's built up a name for herself and a following. So yeah, whether it was like pop or metal or something completely different, whatever she wants to do, I think she should be successful at it, because she's so like dedicated to what she does, and like a perfectionist, wants to get her things right and everything to be as good as it can be.
Yeah,
and she'd be very effective in whatever she tries to do.
The chat's just making me hungry now. It's just going on and on about mowers and burger, mower and food. I'm looking at this now, thinking, "Oh."
I have a question for Paul and for Aldo.
Yeah,
and I'll give you both a chance to flex here.
Ooh.
Out of all the shows you've both been to, what was your favourite show?
I'll let Aldo go first.
Damn, that's a hard one. Wow, that's a hard one. There's 3 shows.
Okay, I'll
Seattle.
do 3 as well, but I'll let Aldo go first.
Seattle, 2016, because I was right in front of Moa. I was number 1 in the VIP line. I got to stand exactly where I wanted.
Okay, you don't need to say anymore. I'm already jealous. You've won, okay?
Number 2, San Francisco, 2016. For several reasons. That time I got to stand in front of the Yui side. And Yui smiled at me and my friend Kenji. I got to meet my friend Kenji from Japan for the first time, and we became best friends after that. We've kept in touch like every day almost. So San Francisco is a very special show for me. And then Tokyo Dome. Tokyo Dome to me was the ultimate for me. I went both days. They played both albums completely, I got to be with my friends. I got to meet a lot of new Japanese friends. I got to experience Japan. Tokyo Dome to me was like one big huge package that I just, it's an experience that I haven't been able to duplicate, And I've been to a lot of other big shows. I mean, I was at the Forum, and it just didn't compare to Tokyo Dome. Tokyo Dome to me was the ultimate, the top one. So Tokyo Dome, Seattle, and then San Francisco, in that order.
Sure. I guess I'll go next. I'll do 3, the same as Aldo. Your first Babymetal show, you never forget. It's a great experience. That was Kentish Town Forum, London, July 2014 for me. Incredible concert, life-changing experience for me. As Aldo said, I was on the barrier Moa side, so I got the point blank range Kawaii Moa when she was at when Babymetal were at their top level of Kawaii. So, and Kami Band's solos were ridiculous back then. They did Rondo, 2 Kami Band solos, all Sue solos, basically the first album in full in its entirety. So that was incredible. Tokyo Dome, both shows, first time in Japan, very, very similar to how Aldo expressed it there. That would be the second. And then Legend S in Hiroshima, even though it has the asterisks of Yui not being there. As a Sioux fan, it was special to be in Hiroshima and be there for her 20th birthday concert. And Hiroshima is a beautiful place and amazing people. Yeah, so I go with those three: Kentish Town, Tokyo Dome, and Legend S. Yeah, those are the three.
So Manchester 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Paul has a point. You never forget your first one. My first one was New York City. November.
Oh, I want to see him in New York.
November 4th, 2014. And yeah, that was a special one too.
That'll be a double plus.
I'm not gonna say it was my favorite because I got pushed all around. I got squashed. I wasn't able to actually enjoy the show like I really wanted to. It being my first show, I wanted to see the show, and I ended up, being tossed around. And New York's rough, man. Even the second time I went to New York at the PlayStation Theater, that had the most chaotic mosh pit I have ever seen. I mean, they were like throwing punches and kicks and they were horrible.
There's a few people here with their first shows. We've got Baby that says Brixton 2019 was his favourite. We've got Glasgow 2020. So I believe Loon was at that one.
Me and
Luke, both of us.
And I were in Glasgow, so I can co-sign that one.
Who's on chat that said Glasgow was good?
Jamie P91, Glasgow 2020. That was his first time, so that was his first show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you always remember your first time. Not necessarily that it's the best one, but for me, it was the best one. I really did enjoy the show.
Jamie, did you speak to either me or Paul when you were there?
Is he going to? While he's typing his answer, I'll give some honourable mentions to Wembley. Wembley was amazing.
Oh, I would love to have been there.
First arena show. LA Forum was big for me because it was going to the US for the first time. So San Francisco, LA. So. Did both of those, not the same San Francisco show that Aldo was talking about. I'm talking San Francisco 2019. That was big for me. Because that was Riho did that show, and obviously I'm a Riho fan, so it was cool to see her close up. I had seen her in Yokohama and Nagoya earlier that year, but that was the first time for a close up, so that was really cool. So honorable mentions to Wembley and the LA Forum. Yeah, those were big moments.
Jamie, Paul was the one handing out the Irish BM stickers.
I have way more of them. I was planning to pass them out in at the Spanish shows this year and pass more out in Japan next month. But obviously that was called off.
On the Carter Manchester 2019 was his one and only Manchester 2019 crew. I can't believe I missed people there as well. So yes.
Babymetal in Manchester 2019?
2020.
I think he meant 2020, yeah.
No, 2019. November.
For anyone to...
November 2019 was the last one.
Say something good about 2020 because it's such a fucking shitstorm. But like the first 2 months of 2020 were pretty awesome for Babymetal fans. I mean, you had LMG, which I was lucky enough to be able to go to in January before the world turned to shit, and then the European tour was very successful. Yeah, they played like shows in Finland and Russia, which they had never done before, and the UK tour was awesome. Yeah,
I mean, that's the next thing for me on my bucket list, mostly for my YouTube and all that as well, which I think would be great. Would be for Japan Babymetal show. I know it's going to be ridiculously expensive. probably won't happen for probably the back end of 2021. If it does happen, I probably won't be able to afford it with the
It's not as expensive as you might think, bro. You just have to learn to just shop around. I had to learn that too. You know,
I want to go. I'd be happy in one of those little cube hotels where you just like you're in
exactly
a vault. That would do me.
I
stayed in a place that was $18 a night. So
a capsule hotel.
$18 a night.
It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I would go for that to save money.
Yeah. So
and it's not. You know, I mean, they're clean. They have showers. I mean, you're only there to sleep. You know, because the rest of the time you're going to be out and about. You're going to be out doing shit. You know, you're going to be drinking and partying and going to shows and
I'll probably end up. I'll probably not even end up going back.
I would agree with Aldo there because, like, if you're in Tokyo, you're not there to stay in a fancy hotel room. You need a place to sleep, a place to take a shower, and a place to keep your
change clothes, and that's it.
That's really all you need.
Because you're going back out again.
To change clothes and have a shower and go back out. Like, stay out all night, drinking Golden Guy all night, go into Foxdog Bar, meet up with people, go get some teas, go into Akihabara and
go to idol shows.
Go to a maid cafe if you like that. Go to idol shows, yeah. Go see.
Go to all the idol shows.
We got another
discovered Bish.
Yeah.
We got another question from as well. It goes, question to all: who is your favorite kami, if you have one, of course? For me, by far, it's Amora. I love Amora. I've been doing a lot of reactions on my Twitch and stuff like that to Amora's shows and stuff, and I absolutely love the guy. I mean, we watched the 20-minute video that the other day on the channel of him just whipping out his new guitars, which I need about 18 million neon funds for. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to place a donation for a neon Amora guitar, then please donate graciously. They're about $4,500, I believe. So yeah, they're quite out. Well, no, not within my price range, but I could always do a review on the channel. If anybody wants to get on. So just putting that out. If there's any sugar daddies in the chat, let me know. I'd sell my soul for the snapper. But yeah, no, I love everything that he's done. I love his the Carry Band as well. Yeah. And his side projects, he just seems like an amazingly cool dude. And I've loved everything he's done. It was really hard between him and Mikao. But again, I came to the fandom a little bit late. Yeah, Mikao. Sorry, I apologize if I said his name slightly wrong. But I came a little bit late when he was unfortunately he'd already passed away. So it was I only ever had eyes. Yeah, rest in peace. I only ever had eyes for Amora. Just because he's now and then, and I probably
he is pretty. Have you seen him?
Oh, he's a very sexy man. I tell you what, I'm not gay, but I tell you what, I'd probably fate if I bumped into Amora. He's a very nice looking fella. So
yeah, but, I don't think it's any secret. Omura is my favorite as well. I mean, I would turn for Amura. He's just I love him to bits. I think he's amazing. In Babymetal, in doing his Omura band and all the rest of it, he's just incredible. I can't fault him. Yeah,
there we go.
If there was one musician I would want to meet, it would be him. Out of Gilmore and Slash and all the other top-notch guitarists, if there was one I could meet, it would be Amura.
Nice.
What about you, Paul?
Aldo?
Oh, go Aldo go first.
He's your favorite.
You want to meet Aldo? Oh, we can make that happen. Didn't even realize Aldo was in the Kami band.
Mikio's my number one, followed by Bo.
Sorry, who followed by Bo?
Mikio.
Okay.
Mikio will always be my favorite.
I'm gonna make it 3 for Omura. The dude's amazing. I mean, everything he's done. Like even like earlier Babymetal shows when they were dressed in white, and especially in small venues. Omura was always very expressive. Like he'd open his eyes wide and he'd have like the tongue out. He'd be like, ah. he'd be really expressive on stage and be really like connecting with the fans. And yeah, he's super awesome, amazing guitarist. Like you see the videos he puts out, like not part of Babymetal, but like him and Lita and Bo on stage. Like they do these little Takeyoshi Omura kind of specials, and those are always unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I would say honorable mention to Lita. This is a bit of a flex, but I got to meet him in 2017 when he was performing, not with Babymetal, but with one of his bands called Far East Design. They did like a show in a small little underground venue in Shibuya called the Garden, the Under Garden or something. And yeah, like just a very brief meet and shake hands.
Holy shit! Not jealous.
But that was it.
Yeah, that's
the only time. I know other fans have got to especially if they go to festivals. If you go to festivals, you can usually see them like walking around at a festival, and a lot of fans who go to festivals have got a chance to bump into them, and they're usually super cool. But I never had the festival experience, so. Yeah, it was just that outside of Babymetal, it would never happen in the Babymetal universe. But it was while he was doing a side project. That's your only chance of seeing them or getting to connect with them is through an offshoot of like a side project of Babymetal. So that'll be Lita's bands or the Carrie band or Omura's special shows. That's the only chance you'd really have of meeting them in person. And then some of them are very interactive on Twitter. Like you'll get a lot of. Like Omura will like things on Twitter, like Bo will like things. So will Lita, but that's more rare. The only Cameo band member that I've never seen respond to anybody or even like something or retweet something on Twitter was Hideki. I think he seems to be super private and doesn't really connect. Maybe Aldo, did you get any connection there or
with Hideki?
Yeah, the drummer.
Way back in the beginning, I got correspondence from him, from Omura, and from Bo.
Oh, nice.
After the New York City show, but other than that, not really. I mean, that's
the best one I got was from the second drummer, Maita Yuya. Yeah, I posted him a video of someone doing a drum like a drum cover of Give Me Chocolate, and I told him that it was so cool to see that performed at Brixton, and he did the original Brixton show, and he actually responded to me in Japanese. I had to put it through like translate to understand what he was saying, but he basically said, "Oh, thanks for the compliment, basically, and it was a great show, and thanks for going there." So that was one of the only times I got like a proper like comment back.
Yeah.
That's only happened like very rarely with Omura, and then just like likes and stuff like that from the others.
Yeah. There's one comment on here.
The American camis are quite good. I had a quick conversation with CJ Maschi Antonio, and also with the other guitarist,
Chris Kelly.
Chris Kelly, yeah. So they were like they obviously wouldn't talk about Babymetal, but just a general kind of supporting them as musicians. I didn't go into specifics because I know they probably couldn't talk about Babymetal, but just kind of saying, "Oh, I've heard your music and you're awesome, keep it going." And they were saying, "Oh, like thanks, that's really cool that you would say that, and just like little stuff like that." And they don't even get like personal or talk about Babymetal or talk about anything that's really deep, just a small talk, really. Yeah. Nothing too detailed,
There's one comment I want to point out with as well. One thing I do want to talk about, which is like, there's not usually many things I outright disagree with Babymetal or the things they do. There's things I'm unhappy with, but there's things I don't go out my way and go, look, I don't like that. But the one thing I will that I do not like is the comment here, which I very much agree with, is saying that the biggest sin Koba ever did was putting masks on the cameos.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking with that one. Too. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Hey, Loon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Is that signed to you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you?
Nice.
You can go off people really quick. You know that?
Well, seeing you know him personally, Alden, can you get him to send me a signed guitar? While we're on the subject.
Yeah. I'm no longer the biggest flexer here.
That was just specifically for Loon because I know he's in love.
Just wait, guys. Just wait until Amora sees this and I get my pink chan, and then I'll be flexing. Yeah. I wish. I so wish. But yeah, Jamie's just said as well. You can't connect with the Western camis as much because of the masks and how they're hidden on stage these days. Yeah, no, I agree with that. To be fair, the Western camis, as great as they are, the whole Legend Metal Galaxy album just kind of passed me by with the Western camis. I usually love the guitarists, and I fell in love with, like I said, the Eastern camis like so much. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. Eastern. I am talking about the right ones. Jesus Christ, the Eastern camis. I love them so much. I was so engrossed in them, and I loved their side projects and everything. And I don't know what it is, but I just never. I've got that same problem. I've just never quite connected with the Western camis compared to the Eastern.
Well, I mean, we haven't really had much of them other than the last tour. I mean, but we don't get any interaction with them.
Too. So we didn't even get to see their personalities or their facial expressions or anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even for the solo, they don't come forward for the solo. The Eastern camis always came to the front of the stage.
Yeah,
the Western camis just stand there in the back and do nothing.
That's something that's changed though. Like, I mean, the ace in the deck for the Western Kami is definitely their drummer, Anthony Barone. Like his performance on the Kagero solo when they performed at the Forum in LA was ridiculous. Like, and he did the same thing on the rest of the US tour and at LMG and on the European tour, and that was one of the highlights of the night was his drum solo on Kagero. That was awesome. But Loon is right. They literally stand on their spot and they don't move forward. There's more of a separation between the Western Kami and the girls and the Eastern Kami. They stand there. They don't really express themselves. They can't because they have masks on. Yeah, so it takes a little bit of the kind of natural feeling out of it, that they just kind of stand there and play their instruments and they don't connect with Babymetal. Like, that was always a fun thing in like the early days of Babymetal. You can see like the early days of Babymetal, like Moa turning around and like Hideki making like a face at her and she kind of smiles back. There's none of that interaction between Babymetal and the Western Kami.
But go back to Amora though. I'm gonna have to rename this the Amora show after this. Jesus Christ! But even with a mask on, that man oozes quality. You can even if he didn't have the pink chan out, you could literally stand at the back, picked him out, and you knew that was Amora. You can't stick a mask on that guy. He just everything he does with his movements to the guitar just absolutely oozes quality. But it's a shame that shines through for Amora. But I do feel, like I said, the masks are such a horrendous idea, especially for like Bar and stuff like that. Where he I like that. I don't like the mask. I like the bassist, the facial expressions that he makes when he's doing his bass stuff, and to take that away, it's just like
Bo likes to express himself as well. Like Bo, is kind of out there kind of guy, and he likes to be expressive.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Mask, yeah, no. So if Cobra, if you're watching this, get rid of the masks.
Cobra, if you're watching, lose those fucking masks. and bring back Kami band solos. Do Rondo and solo into Rondo. Mischiefs of the Metal Gods. More Kami band solos.
More metal. That's what I want. If you're gonna make a new album, more metal, more Kami band, more guitar solos, more metal.
Let Moa sing.
And let Moa sing.
Bring back the guitar solos. I miss those.
Yeah. We're not asking for a lot, honestly. Just do everything we say.
You got 3 fans asking for something. Get up off your ass and give us what we want.
There we go. Yeah, we got another comment as well. Said Amora was vibing at the Night Burn performance. So
yeah, definitely at LMG. Yeah, you could see that.
Yeah, a lot of people said
you could see especially at the performance of Road of Resistance at the end of LMG Day 1. Amora like turned over to Chris Kelly, I think, and the way he was playing his guitar was like he was pointing the end of his guitar like a gun, and like when he was as he was playing the notes, it was like shooting bullets, and Chris Kelly like performed like he was shooting back like a bazooka over the shoulder with the guitar or something like that. So like they had a bit of fun with it. They played with it, and it was really cool for the first time in a long time to see the Kami band being a little bit expressive. And I think when the Western Kami saw Omura being playful and like kind of using the guitar like a gun, kind of they kind of use that as a license to have a little bit of fun too, you know.
Yeah.
You know, here this guy's playing around. Let's play with him and let's have a bit of fun on stage, you know.
Yeah. So like I said,
that was really cool.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments again. The corpse paints and the robes was a strong look. Bring it back. We also got a comment from Kame. He goes, I'm missing the red also. Though I know it was more for the younger days.
Bring back red.
I don't think the red will ever return. I'd love the red to come back. I love I think the black and red tutus is so iconic, especially for like when they first started.
Yeah.
I can't ever see them bringing back the black and red unless Yui's back. I think the black and red's retired now. They'll go off. You've seen it in the dresses with the black and the shiny diamonds and the gold that they've had since then. They'll try different looks, but I don't think they'll go back to a red and black. Not unless it was like drastically different, like it was like proper black with like maybe some like a red sash or a fishnet red gloves or something. Something that's drastically something that's just. I probably said the wrong thing there. Yeah? Scrap. Don't. I'm just gonna leave now. Okay, not fishnet. That came out wrong. Can you wear fishnet for your arms? I don't even know. But let's just say like some gloves or something like that. I don't know. The look would have to be drastically different to not clash with the iconic black and red tutu. Which I think everybody loved that look. I don't think there's a single person that just didn't like that. But I honestly think that red and black combination is retired until or if they ever get a third girl, or probably it's if Yui ever returns, which I don't think's gonna happen. So I don't see the red and black coming back, unfortunately. So thoughts on that? Loon just looks like he wants to reach into his screen right now and go fucking fishnets. So
I'd love the red to come back, but I've said this before, I want the tartan and the stripes to come back.
The tartan was a good look as well.
Like that's super old school. That's like 2010 2011 baby metal.
Neon's mind is a dark and red blaze. Oh god. So I'm getting a lot of flack now in the chat for saying fish. Why did I say fish? Of all the things that could have come out of my mouth. Jesus Christ. That's the problem with doing things live. See, if I was doing this in a YouTube video and I recorded this behind the scene, I could have just cut that bit out. So the headbanger outfit, Loon. Thoughts on that one?
Doki Doki Morning outfit.
So the Doki Doki Morning. That was a one. I quite liked. Like you said, I liked the gold and black as well. I thought that was all right.
From Tokyo Dome? Yeah.
So I did like. I'm actually a fan of the like Egyptian one they've got. I know a lot of people don't like the headpiece with the straight hair, but I was actually a really, really big fan of that one.
That was pretty cool.
I actually really, really like that look.
I'm cool with everything except their late 2018 Japan tour. What I call the burnt Christmas tree look. like the Medusa like snakes in the head. Kind of look.
I didn't like that either.
So
that was horrible.
No, that was a big mistake. Like I hope they've fired their stylist after that.
I couldn't even tell who Mo was. I mean,
that was horrendous.
To me, that just wasn't. It just wasn't baby metal. It just wasn't cute. It wasn't. it didn't look right.
The only outfit I can honestly say I probably not liked of Babymetal's is the Sue show where she's got this like kind of white and gold dress, but she comes out with this absolutely god awful Pope white hat. I'm like, what the hell is that?
You're talking about Legend S here. Man.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I liked everything about that. And when she came out with that hat, I was just like,
awesome.
What?
No, I'm going to disagree with yourself on that.
The performance was good, but that hat, come on.
Yeah, the spaghetti hats were hideous.
So great show, great performances. But when she came out of that hat, even I was like, what is on her head?
You know which ones I like though? The ones at the end of Budokan. The ones with the they were kind of round.
But when they go into the coffins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that costume. That one was pretty cool. I like that one.
So everybody's got their own personal opinion.
I'm going to disagree with you there as well.
So what's Loon's favorite outfit then?
Well, that was a good fight thing. They didn't perform in those costumes. It was just one of those. Okay, we're out of here. We're going to America. We're going to Europe. Bye. See you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people are saying the ramming head was Moa's idea. I bet. So. Yeah, there's like I said, there's lots of going on. Right, guys, we're coming roughly to the end, so we're going to answer some more questions. I'm going to let you guys kind of have the reign a little bit. If there's anything you guys would like to particularly talk about, any subjects that you can think of at the top of your head that you'd like to kind of get into that we haven't touched upon, now's the time to do it. Don't all go at once.
At this time because there's nothing really going on, so.
Yeah, it's hard to squeeze something out of nothing, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they will announce anything in the next couple of weeks?
It's possible.
I don't think we'll see anything till. I don't think we'll see anything until next year. I think that I think whatever it is they want to announce or whatever it is they're holding back on, I think the virus is getting in the way, and I think they want a big event or show or something, which they won't be able to do with this virus. And I don't see this virus letting up until probably January, February of 2021.
Yeah.
So I reckon
I expect something in December, maybe for Sue's birthday, but maybe another live broadcast or something.
Yeah, possibly. I could see that doing that like a YouTube where they just show an old concert. But apart from that,
something like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe or.
You think they show Legend S again? They could show 97, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe the previous birthday shows, but like Babymetal is so much about the live show. Like people don't seem to kind of take that on board as much. Like if they can't do their big spectacle, 10,000, 25,000, 55,000 people, that's what they're about. Like, and they give the energy to the crowd gives them back energy, and it's part of it. And if they can only do like a small venue with social distance, I think even if they had the opportunity to do that, they'd be like, no, that's not us. That's not the image of Babymetal. We're big crowds. We're like super awesome show, big production, over before you know it, but it was awesome. That kind of thing. So I think we're probably looking at maybe the back half of 2021 before we get
anything.
Yeah. Potentially do that again, and I think they might do like I suppose you had with the Olympics in Japan, like kind of going back to the Olympics that it was supposed to be this year, but they're going to put it off until the same time next year, but they're still going to call it the 2020 Olympics in Japan. So I think you could just basically have Babymetal do what they were going to do this year, and they just put it back by 12 months, and they'll do it next year, and they'll come super hard like next October, hopefully. Fingers crossed they can do it next year, and
hopefully.
Like 2020 never happened.
Yeah, like pretend like 2020 never happened.
Don't say that. I've been waiting for Cyberpunk 2077 since 2013. I'm getting that game this year.
Yeah.
So don't jinx it. It's like 2 months away.
Something that's annoying me at the moment is that I know like this week I'd be going to Japan.
Yeah.
For whatever was happening for the 10th anniversary. I know me. I'd be either on my way there or we're ready to head off in the next few days.
Yeah, I mean, I believe there was
that was taken away.
There was a Wembley show, I believe, or planned for UK as well at some point this year, which I was looking at going at to, obviously for the YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm pretty bummed that that's not happened, because that would have been nice to go down.
Yeah.
Even for like the likes of Download and stuff like that, would have been nice if they were making an appearance. Yeah. That's good content for me. That's going down. But not only that, is getting to see people as well. Getting to see people hopefully from this podcast, my Discord, all the people that I know. It's a good time, and I feel like I've been stripped from that, being able to meet a couple of you guys. Yeah. So which kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, Neon, I understand where you're coming from there, because like, as well as seeing an awesome show, like a big part of going to see Babymetal live is the queue, and it's meeting up with people and meeting up with fans. You know, people share stories, they talk, they exchange little gifts, they sing, they dance, you know, it's all part of the experience. It's not just the 1 hour performance. It's like, it's waiting in the queue, and the time flies because you're with like-minded people. You're with people who love Babymetal. You feel open. You feel free to talk about Babymetal because everyone loves what you love, and there's no one judging you over talking too much about Babymetal because everyone knows. Being at a live show is the best for fans, like, because it's not, as I said, not just the performance, and then it's the after party too.
Yeah, she famous for. See, that would be fucking amazing for me. Imagine a live episode of Podcast Desk, just like in a field with 18 different Babymetal fans. Just fucking let's just do it and talk about Babymetal for 5 hours. So I'd be
like we had like an epic after party in London after the UK tour had ended. You know, like some people had just done London, some people had done like 3 shows, some had done all 4, like myself, and we had like a bus. I don't know if you heard about bus metal, but there was a group of us jumped in a bus, like all covered in sweat, like right after the Glasgow show, and we drove like through the night, through the lashing rain and wind, down to Cardiff to see them the next day in Cardiff, and then up to Manchester, back down to London. So it was 4 shows in 5 nights in 4 different UK cities.
Oh, nice!
It was fucking exhausting. it was just insanely awesome. Like, yeah. And then like because we didn't really get to go to much after parties because there was like one show after the other.
Yeah.
We had kind of a little one in Cardiff, which was really cool. But we kind of like all let loose then at the London after party, because it wasn't just like celebrating one show at an after party. It was like celebrating the whole tour and the journey around the UK to see Babymetal.
Yeah, that's the one thing I regret as well.
It was really awesome.
I went to, like I said, I went to the one in Manchester, and I didn't even click on to inquire about the after party or something like that. I just completely.
Yeah.
And I kind of gutted, because if I'd known then, now I would have been like, oh, where's this after party? I would have single-handedly John Wicked Manchester until I found that party. I wouldn't have needed an invitation. I would have just barged the goddamn door down and showed them my awesome moves.
After parties are great. Like, the after parties are a lot of fun. It's definitely part of the whole go and see Babymetal live experience. The queue, the show, and the after parties. It's like all in one.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm upset that I didn't go to the Glasgow after party, but I was dead.
That's the thing.
After standing outside for 12 hours and then the show, I couldn't do it.
That's the thing. Like, the Babymetal, the whole day takes so much out of you. Like, especially if you're waiting from early morning in the queue, like you're standing up, you're trying to keep yourself alert, and then the show is so draining because it's so energetic, and then sometimes you're just so fucked at the end of the show. You're like, oh, I can't even, my legs won't even carry me to an after party. I need to just collapse down somewhere and sleep. Like, I felt like that after some Babymetal performances, that take so much out of you, you can't. Sometimes it's like, no, not tonight, not this after party. I'm done. You put your hand up, you surrender, wave a white flag.
What about you, Aldo? You've been to so many shows. Is there anything that stuck out with you with the
Y'all
community?
are a bunch of noobs.
A bunch of noobs.
You're a bunch of noobs. You take a chair with you. You take a lawn chair with you.
Lawn chair.
Sit there in a lawn chair.
That's
You
the
don't
thing.
get up off your lawn chair.
That's the
That
thing.
way
I
you
got.
don't waste your legs. You don't waste your your feet aren't hurting by the time you go in. You know.
I mean, a guy came down from a shop further up the road and offered us chairs, and we said no.
You
What the
dumbass.
fuck were we thinking?
God, where was this community when I was in Manchester? I was stood outside in the freezing cold for an hour and a half just to get to the front of the queue. It was horrible. The weather was not nice that night.
I learned from the very first time I went. I learned my lesson. I learned to take a stool, like the second time I went to a concert, I took a stool with me. Then I learned that wasn't good enough. I needed something more comfortable. I'm gonna be there for a long.
I'm gonna take this chair with me.
So I learned to bring a blanket and a lawn chair, and we made arrangements with everybody. Like, we're gonna go get something to eat, watch our spot. That's where we came up with the numbering system. We started numbering ourselves. If you get there, you put a number on your wrist. Those that are in VIP line, those that are in general admission line. So you save your spot. You get there early. There's no reason for you to lose your spot just to go take a piss or to go grab something to eat, or something like that. So we actually developed the honor system amongst ourselves to honor that. And
That's
it's
awesome,
worked out so far. Every single time that we've done it, it's worked out.
But some people do abuse that system, though. They will show up early and they will literally disappear for the rest of the day for hours.
No, that's why you make it a rule.
7 hours later.
No, we make it a rule. You're not here for the majority of the time. You're not. Yeah, that doesn't count. You have to be in line.
You have to be there most of the time. You can come and go to take a piss and get something to eat, but if you show up at 8 o'clock in the morning and don't come back until doors open.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
For me, I'm not giving up my spot to you if you disappear.
And that's why I bring the blanket, because if I want to take a nap, I'll take a nap right there on the sidewalk.
There you go, guys. You're getting some inside information on how to queue up for a Babymetal show.
That's right.
From the pros.
Well, at Glasgow, Paul and Lily had the right idea, because they've got a big fucking settee chair thing that they found at the street and dragged it up.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't even sit on it that much. Lily sat on it. We were the first there. There was myself, Lily, and a Japanese fan, Hideki Narita, as you guys might know him. We were there from 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning in Glasgow, and we waited there literally 12 hours until doors. I didn't even go away that much. I was most of the time handing out stickers and I did the numbers for a while. Myself and Mike Reed shared the numbering system, but Glasgow was awesome. Glasgow was really great. I met some lovely people in Glasgow. I probably met the best people on the UK show on the UK tour in Glasgow.
Oh,
yeah. No, seriously. Manchester. Manchester's fine, but the nicest people at the Manchester show were from Liverpool. there was a family from Liverpool who literally, because I didn't have O2 priority, and there was a family from Liverpool they all had O2 priority, and you could bring in a guest with you. If you had O2 priority, you could bring in one guest or two guests.
Yeah.
So I was literally talking to a family from Liverpool, and I was saying I'm a big Babymetal fan, and kind of been here all day. Is there any chance I could come in as a guest under your O2? And they're like, yeah, sure. You've been literally here since 6 o'clock in the morning. You come in with us, we'll do the O2 party. And as a result, I got a better place inside. So I was really thankful to.
Nice.
They just did a nice thing for and I didn't tell them I was a Man United fan.
Oh!
So, I kind of, I'd be like.
So it wasn't until half an hour later Paul realised his wallet was missing. So.
Yeah. No, here, but you meet super nice people, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no,
you meet
definitely.
some really nice people at Babymetal shows. You definitely make a connection. Like even with me and Loon, like I mean, we kind of butted heads in the past online, but I think when we met in Glasgow and kind of talked like man to man and kind of understood each other a bit more, we became I guess closer friends. So it's definitely a good place to build bridges as well. You might have a kind of argument with someone online, you might have a falling out over like some stupid difference of opinion, but then if you meet at a show, it's a chance to understand each other, shake hands, build bridges, and
for sure.
Aldo's dying there.
I know. I'm gonna have to wind down the stream. If Aldo croaks it on this stream, I don't know if I'll be able to put this on YouTube. Stay alive for 5 more minutes, man.
Yeah. And I would just like to take this chance to thank Paul for making me feel so welcome in the queue and introducing me to all the other fans that were there. Yeah. So thank you. It meant a lot.
Nice one, man.
Anytime.
And the hug at the end of the show meant a lot too.
Love you too, man.
All right. With that being said, guys, like I said, we are going to wind down.
Let's not get all sappy.
I was going to say, Paul and Loon are going to be FaceTiming each other after this podcast. Aldo's about to freaking croak here. So I'm going to be waiting at my door for the next week, hoping this pink chan arrives at my doorstep.
Endorsement deal.
I know, endorsement deal, sponsor me. But yeah, no, it's been absolutely fantastic, guys. It's been a hell of an experience. I love being able to talk to you guys about various stuff, getting experiences in. It's been absolutely amazing. I just want to say a big thank you as well to everybody in the chat. There's people that have been hung out. I don't know how long we've been chatting for. But it's been a good 2.5 hours, as per usual.
Oh, really? Cool.
So we've been chatting. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody on the Twitch chat that's been doing it. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube as well, I want to say a big thank you. If you've got this far for watching on YouTube, and obviously, guys, if you're watching this on Twitch as well, I will be uploading this probably tomorrow. I would appreciate it if you just obviously watch it for some watch time, smash a like, leave a comment, all that crap. Helps out the YouTube algorithm, which has been kicking my ass recently as well. It's not been helping that I've got no GPU at the minute, so I can't upload any videos. So that's been kicking my ass recently. But yeah, no, it's been fantastic. So as always, guys, I want to say a big thank you to Loon the man. So Paul,
thanks for having me on.
Paul the myth, and Aldo the legend. So I'd appreciate that. So thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. Do any of you guys have one last thing to say before you go?
Stay safe, everybody. Don't get the COVID.
Yeah. Stay safe. Stay metal.
Yeah. Hopefully, I get to see you guys at a Babymetal concert sometime soon.
Definitely.
Hey, man. Thanks to Neon for hosting. Thank you, Aldo, Loon. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Stay safe, stay metal.
And with that being said,
nobody had a fight.
Nobody had a fight. Yeah, no.
No, we actually.
Yeah,
you actually got along. So, and with that being said, guys, I can only do one thing now. See you. Bye, guys.
Right,
take care.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.